Coffee and Convo, y'all. Let's get it.
This is not a test. This is an emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Yo, shout out to everybody here in the building, man. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider, man. Salute to all you guys already here in the building, man. Make sure you wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button, man. We're trying to get to 20K before the season starts. Salute to all you guys. I can't do it without every single one of y'all. Shout out to the 105 people already in the building. Let's talk about it, man. It's been slow. You know what I mean? I haven't been wanting to force any content, you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's been very, very slow. Outside of the articles that we've been dropping on Planet Raiders, man, shout out to my brother Wasted Talent. Shout out to my brother Big Mike. They've been dropping article after article over there, especially on prospects, you know, this year's draft. But outside of that, man, it's been really, really slow. So I have not been just trying to just throw stuff out there, but there's a few things that I've seen today that were kind of interesting that I wanted to talk about. You know what I mean? So like I said, man, this is the season where it's slow, and you know, I'm just not going to go out there and force content just to force content. But there's a few things that I wanted to talk about today, man. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Shout out to my boy Ant. What's good, Raider Nation? Salute to my dog on the $2 super. Shout out to Raiders. Salute, man. Shout out to my dog. What to do, Graphk? Salute you as well, my brother. Trayvon, no, Okudah is not coming to Las Vegas. I wanted to ask you guys, because there are reports coming out right now, right? Shout out to Raiders. Salute once again. I appreciate you, brother. That Detroit is trying to move on from the former first-round pick. We all know we need some corner help. The Lions went out and, well, who they get? They got Cam Sutton, Emmanuel Mosley. They went and got a lot of help on the back end of that defense. Gardner Johnson, you know what I mean? It looks as though Jeff Okudah is kind of on the outs with Detroit. I'm going to be real with you guys. This is a player that has not lived up to the first-round hype. He was drafted really high to Detroit out of Ohio State. I had high hopes for this dude. You know what I mean? I thought he was kind of break that stigma of, you know, that cornerback Ohio State thing. I thought Okudah was going to be the guy that would break that would actually finally break the whole mold of the Ohio State DBs can't get it done at the next level. And at this point, it has not worked. He's also dealt with a lot of injuries, you guys. Last year, he played in 15 games, started in 15 games. But before that, in 2021, played in 1 game, started in 1. His rookie season, he played in 9 games, started in 6. He's only had 2 picks his entire career. So if we decided 1 forced fumble as well, 124 combined tackles, 103 solo, he has not hit the league by storm by any stretch of imagination. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't worked for him since he's come into the league. Maybe we've seen this happen before, you guys. Sometimes players just need to go to a new place and get some new energy around them. That could potentially be us. But there was a rumor that came out today that these guys, Detroit, would potentially part ways with Jeff Okudah for a mid-round pick or a third day pick. I wouldn't give up one of those thirds. I know a lot of people on Twitter are kind of saying, oh man, give up that pick 100 that we got for Waller for Jeff Okudah. I wouldn't do that. At best, I'm giving up a 4th because if Detroit does not pick up his 5th-year option by May 1st, this is the last year he has with Detroit. Last year, be under contract with them. Now, if we decide on making a trade for him, we're picking up this season on his contract, a first-round a contract to you guys, a top 10 pick. You know what I mean? So it's not cheap. And then we have the option of throwing that 5th-year option on him as well. So we could potentially trade maybe a 3rd, 4th, 5th-round pick and maybe have 2 years of controlling his contract. But the guy has dealt with injuries. You know what I mean? And once again, the guy has not lived up to the expectations in the NFL at all. So I wanted to talk to you guys about this. There's one team out there that is being connected to Jeff Okudah, which is the LA Rams. They just moved on from Jalen Ramsey. They kind of have that rapport with Detroit. They made the trade with Matthew Stafford and, so on and so forth. So maybe the Rams can go out and get an inexpensive option. Anything's more cheaper than Jalen Ramsey at this point, right? I believe the Rams have 11 picks in this draft as well, so they can go get some corner. Oh, shit. Where'd that come from? Oh, there we go. Shit scared the shit out of me. But the Rams could potentially do it. They could potentially do it. That shit scared the hell out of me, y'all. I don't think y'all understand. I had no clue where that came from. But me personally, right? Jeff Okudah, it's a no for me. It's definitely a no for me. That 5th-year option is expensive, you guys. I believe it's somewhere around 11 million, 11.2, somewhere around there. Don't quote me on that, but it's very, very expensive if you're going to pick up that 5th-year option on him. This is a deep corner class. You could potentially part ways with a 3rd-round pick for Jeff Okudah. And why do that and spend that kind of money when you can probably get a DJ Turner? Maybe Emmanuel Forbes drops to the 3rd. Julius Brents out of Kansas State, he may drop to the 3rd. I still think he's a 2nd-round guy. But there's so many options in this draft at the cornerback position. Me personally, I wouldn't want to trade. I'm only trading one of those things, one of those picks, mid-round pick, for someone that's proven. Jeff Okudah is not proven. I can't do it. No. Deep corner class. There's no reason for it. I'm only doing this, you guys, because I've seen a bunch of people on Twitter talking about it. Shout out to our brother Scout as well. He said he would part ways with a 3rd-round pick to do it. Me personally, no. Everybody got to stop talking shit about my Kings, man. Kings and Warriors, round 1. Let's go. It's going to be one or two things, right? You guys are either passing the torch to your NorCal brethren, which is my Kings, or you're going to, keep going on this deep run that you guys have done. I think you got 4 rings in the past whatever years. But my Kings, don't look past my Kings, man. Do not look past my Kings, man. Best offense of all time. Put up 120 a game. And Golden State's defense has been pretty ass since Mike Brown has left Golden State. So we're putting up a 120, 130 piece on the Warriors. Easy peasy. Kings in 6. Kings in 6. I know it's a different NBA now, when the playoffs start. They got a bunch of veterans, Clay, and he's averaging over 20 points. Steph is averaging over 20 points. Jordan Poole's averaging over 20 points off the bench. I get it. Draymond Green's going to turn up the defense in the playoffs. I don't care about none of that. And they're getting Andrew Wiggins back. I don't care. Fox and Ox, man. Fox and Ox, man. Kings in 6. Kings in 6. How about that? Yes, Hardy, definitely, man. I think that we're definitely going to get back to the free agency pool after the draft is up. There's still going to be a lot of veteran talent out there. Day in and day out, these guys keep, their stock is dropping the more and more they're free agents, right? So the prices is getting lower and lower and lower. I do believe we go attack the draft and we potentially restructure a few guys, free up a few dollars, and we go out and get some more veterans to mix in with this deep youth movement that we're going to have. We have 12 picks right now, you guys. And then with the UDFAs, we're potentially looking at 15 plus rookies on this roster next season. Not saying it's going to happen, but we could potentially be looking at 15 plus. You know what I mean? That's crazy. We got to kind of mix a little more veterans in, and I think that we will attack free agency once the draft is up. Definitely. I get it, man. Lakers and Warrior fans, y'all want to talk shit. I get it. Wait until April 15th, I believe, game 1, and we're going to run our mouths. The Lakers got lucky, though. They got lucky, man. Rudy Gobert missing the play-in. Like the NBA wants LeBron in there, man. They want LeBron in there, man. It is what it. The Warriors in 5. Carlos, you are tweaking, bro. You're tweaking, bro. The only thing that scares me is the Warriors were like the worst team on the road this season in the NBA, and there's really no road games. Sacramento's an hour away. Warrior fans are going to flood Golden One Center. We're also going to flood the Chase Center as well. You know what I mean? So there's really no home court advantage with this. You know what I mean? It's right up 80. Boom, bang. It is what it is. Shout out to Rube. I'd rather trade for Newsom. For those who don't know, Greg Newsom, than Okudah. At least Newsom has played average at corner. I agree, Rube. I definitely agree with you, my brother. If anything, I would definitely make a call to Cleveland and see if they would want to part ways with Greg Newsom. Definitely. I was really high on him out of college as well. Let me see. It's going to be a goodie. Facts. It's going to be a goodie. RS, the Kings ain't never been shit. Go back to the early 2000s and then we'll talk. It's been 17 plus years, but I'll say this. Back then, we were solidified, man. Let me see. Shout out to Biff. I hope Marcus Peters is a cheap post-draft 1-year deal option. Bring him into his childhood team. Facts. And there was rumors about him potentially, you know what I mean, us already having talks with him and seeing what it would take. I'm almost positive we have reached out to him. We probably had talks with his representation. We know that, Marshawn Lynch is his cousin. That is probably the bridge right there to the Raiders and Marcus Peters talks. And the day I spoke to Marcus Peters at Marshawn Lynch's party, him and Mark Davis actually chopped it up for a while. I don't know what they were talking about, but they were having a cigar and kind of shooting the shit. So I don't know if there was some kind of talk right there. I don't know. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble, you know what I mean? Because that can definitely be something that come back to bite us in the ass. But, they were just chopping it up amongst men, partying, you know what I mean? So, but definitely I would look at Marcus Peters once the draft is up, especially if we don't attack the corner room like we want it. You know what I mean? I think we have to come away with at least 2 solid corners in this draft. One real high-end starter and maybe another one that can, provide some depth at the cornerback position. We might even need 2 to be honest with you. I love the pickup of Duke Shelley. I do think that he'll be a starter, but I still don't know what he will provide for us at the next level if we need him to start. Let me see. Oh, yeah, man. I appreciate you, RS. Shout out to Paul once again on that crazy deal that he got Jeffrey Simmons, man. That was phenomenal. And it couldn't happen to a better human being. Got my boy Intel in the building. What it do, homie? Wifey says she saw talk about Josh Jacobs possibly being moved to Seattle. Yeah, I seen some rumors on Twitter about that, Intel. Me personally, I don't see why they would do that. They just drafted Kenneth Walker like last season. You know what I mean? They literally just went and got their running back of the future out of Michigan State. I know Pete Carroll loves to run the ball, so I could definitely see him try to get that 2-headed monster over there in Seattle. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. But to be honest with you, man, I don't really know what we're doing with Josh Jacobs at this point, y'all. I really don't. I really have no clue. As of late, Josh has been really quiet. As of right now, it's the 1 year, franchise tag type deal, 10 million, 10.5 million, somewhere around there. I know that Josh McDaniels keeps saying, repeating it over and over and over, that he wants to get something done in terms of an extension, but you just don't know what the hell to take, from Josh McDaniels face value. I've heard him say so many things, and the next thing you know, he moves on. The Waller situation, the Derek Carr, you just don't know what the hell is real with Josh McDaniels. So I'm just going to sit back and watch this unfold and watch it play out. I don't know what's happening. Shout out to my brother Chuck in the building as well, man. It didn't make sense to me either, but I don't trust this regime yet. Facts, but I'm going to let them cook. Facts, my brother. Shout out to my brother Thor in the building. I'll see you in a few weeks, man. I will see you in a few weeks. For those who don't know, we will be live in Las Vegas Thursday, Friday, Saturday at Barcode Burgers. We will all be covering the draft. Shieldmore will be in the building. Me, Hammer, Wasted, Big Mike, Planet Raiders. My brother is going to be over there rocking with us. We got Halo. TQ is going to come through, you guys. TQ is going to come over there and do some commentary with us. We're going to be deep over there. If you guys get a chance to, Barcode Burgers, Raider Cody's going to be there. All my guys, it's going to be a movie. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we are attacking the entire draft. And Saturday, we're doing the Coffee and Convo live from Barcode Burgers as well, covering the later rounds of the draft. You do not want to miss it. Mount Shieldmore is invading Las Vegas once again, and we're taking over the draft. Bill Gates says, Graphk, my brother, what's good with the Okudah? So basically what's happening right now, Bill Gates, is Detroit potentially is trying to move on from Jeff Okudah. You know what I mean? They went out, they upgraded the position mightily in free agency. They went out and got Emmanuel Mosley. They went and got Gardner Johnson. They went and got Cam Sutton. You know, they got a bunch of guys. At this point, Jeff Okudah is not even a starter, right? And they either have to pick up the 5th-year option by May 1st or let his last year of his contract run out. So at this point, I think they're trying to get whatever they can for him moving forward. And it looks as though Detroit's trying to move on from Jeff Okudah. It just never really worked either, Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? It never really worked. Now, I don't know if our regime is even interested in Jeff Okudah. There's been no rumors about us being tied to him. None of that. You know what I'm saying? There's no connection with Patrick Graham. There's no connection there. You know what I mean? The only team that I've seen thus far be connected to the Detroit Lions is the Los Angeles Rams, because they just moved on from Jalen Ramsey and they need some corner help. You know what I mean? So that could be a team, you know, they have that bridge there, like I just said a second ago, because of the Matthew Stafford trade and all that other good stuff. So I don't know. Facts, Walt. The Lions, they definitely do hate Jeff Okudah. This is facts. Facts. Yo, shout out to my brother Hammer, man. Also, bro, I got to get you on the phone with Cody. I just got off the phone with him. We got to get on the phone and chop game about all the equipment and what we're doing at Barcode. I'm going to call you after this live is over, bro. Nation, how do you feel about an outside-the-box collab? Kings Warriors live stream with me. Okay, I like that. Hey, look, it's slow right now. Let's shoot the shit. I would definitely love to do that. Y'all might see me have a meltdown live and live in color, because it's been 17 years since we've been in the playoffs. But I'm down to do that. That'd be fun. Let's connect the channels, Hammer. Let's do a Kings Warriors live stream. I would love that. I would love that, man. I would love that. All right, Thor. All right, Thor. Keep running your mouth, man. Look, I'm taking notes. I'm taking mental notes. I'm taking screenshots. I'm saving every receipt in the world. Everybody keep running their mouth. I'm not going to talk any shit, y'all. I know that we're just blessed to be here, right? 17 years. We're just blessed to be here. But we won the Pacific, right? Our rookie, Keegan Murray, broke the 3-point record this season as a rookie, right? 2 All-Stars. Sabonis led the league in rebounds. We literally had the greatest offense of all time, averaging over 120 points a game. And also Mike Brown will be the clear-cut coach of the year. Y'all can't tell me nothing about my team. Look, this is definitely hard. I did not want to see the Warriors at all round one. I was hoping we'd get the Clippers, or some magical way we would have seen the Pelicans. It didn't work. Now we got to go through the champs, and I'm here for it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's going to be a rough one, but I know Mike Brown is out for blood. That is his former team. I'm excited about this round. Definitely am, man. Shout out to Steven. Graphk, what do I need to do to get a Stu autograph? Steve, man, reach out to me on the inbox, bro, on the DM and IG. I got you, bro. I got you, man. I got you, my brother. Shoot us to Addy and all that good stuff. Stu will send you a card signed and all that good stuff. Shout out to Ryan. Let's go. Golden State. Mike Brown was a great hire for SAC. I love it, man. Northern California, we here. We are here, man. Let me see. Okay, Big Mike. Y'all gotta win a play-in first, man. Look, Laker fans, calm down. Y'all got to win a play-in first. Get through Minnesota, man, and then we'll talk, man. We'll talk, man. Let me see. Shout out to everybody here in the building, man. Salute, salute. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to my brother.com. Yo, Barcode Burgers. We were eating up some Pro Bowl weekend. What up, my bro? Shout out to my brother.com. And I want you to know, man, for all the members on the channel.com. I seen that you had like an anniversary that popped up on. I can't see it from StreamYard. I can only see it on YouTube. So when I go back and watch the show on YouTube, I can actually see like 12 months member, right? 2 years member. So I just want to say, man, salute to you, my brother, as always, for all the love, man, and all the continued support that you give me and my team, brother. I appreciate you. I can't see it on StreamYard, but I definitely went back and seen that you just had like a 12-month anniversary as a member. Salute to you, my bro. .com is my dog in real life. Appreciate you, brother. All right, man. Keep running y'all mouths, man. Keep running y'all mouths, man. Keep running y'all mouths, man. Because I'm telling y'all now, if the Kings get through Golden State, y'all ain't never going to hear the end of it, man. You're never going to hear the end of it, man. I'm going to be humble. I'm going to be humble and just watch this. But I'm saying, if we get through Golden State, look, y'all will never hear the end of it. Ever. Lewis, definitely, brother. Definitely, man. Salute to you. I'm definitely going to keep you in my prayers. Everybody in the nation, man, one of our brothers is struggling right now. Make sure you keep Lewis Roses in your prayers, man. I see you dealing with a death of a family member or a friend. Salute to you, man. Prayers go out to you, Lewis. Straight up, man. Real talk, man. For real. Let me see. If all else fails, getting a quarterback, day 3, we should shoot a 5th or a 6th to Houston for Davis Mills. I would like that. Well, I don't know if Houston is ready to get rid of Davis Mills. They may want him to back up, whether it's Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, but I would love that. I would definitely make a call to bring in Davis Mills. I was high on him coming out of Stanford, and he's looked pretty good. He's had a really bad team around him, and he's looked pretty good, in limited fashion, man. So, I don't think Davis Mills is, you mean Wells, right? Is that who you mean? It's my Wells? I thought it was Wells. The Mills? Yeah, it's Davis Mills. Okay. Davis Mills. Let me see. There's a couple other quarterbacks that we're going to talk about here in a second, though, too, Walt. For real. We're going to talk about a few more. We can talk about Davis Mills, but there's another guy that we need to talk about here in a second as well. Shout out to my brother Hammer, man. Happy National Siblings Day to my big bro Graphk, man. Shout out to my little bro, man. You already know, man. You already know what it is. I got to hit all my brothers now, man. I got to hit big bro Wasted. I got to hit little bro Andy. I didn't know it was National Siblings Day, brother. Salute to you, man, as always, my brother. Also, shout out to my boy JT. Prove It draft for our staff to evaluate DB and linebacker talent, and it would help if last year's D-line picks step up in a big way this season, man. In a perfect world, JT, yes, man. Neil Farrell Jr., Matthew Butler step up in year 2, and we can just develop those guys and not have to go out here in free agency and overpay and keep trying to draft new replacements at defensive tackle. In a perfect world, those 2 guys show up this season, and we got our guys, for the future, man. Definitely, man. Shout out to my boy JT. As always, that's my dog right there. Shout out to Maul. He not there yet. Curry the Fox. Okay. All right. For some reason, I thought it was Davis Wells. For some reason. It's too early for me, man. I still haven't had my coffee. Maul, keep that same energy, bro. Keep that same energy, bro. Let me see. It's another guy, Mike, but he named every team under the sun except for the Raiders in terms of being in terms of coming in and backing up our quarterback. He named the Commanders. This dude, Cam, said he would love to go back up Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. He said he would love to go back up any team that drafts the 3 top guys, Anthony Richardson, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. He also said he would go to the Commanders and back up Sam Howell. I think he said that because, Riverboat Ron is over there. That's his former head coach from Carolina. And they'll probably be down and out on Sam Howell pretty quick. So maybe Cam thinks that he could have a starting job in Washington if he does back up Sam Howell. You know what I'm saying? But this guy pretty much named every team under the sun except for us. He even said he would go back up potentially. I think he said he would go back up Malik Willis in Tennessee. It's crazy, man. Crazy. I hit you on the gram. Say less, brother. Hashtag OakLosVegas, my dog. OakLosVegas. I just ordered a bunch of stuff for Vegas, man. I'm about to be wearing a bunch of new gear. I can't wait to get out there, man. 4th quarter Fox, man. Come on, bro. They don't know. The most clutch player in the NBA this year. They have no clue. They have no clue, man. Let me see. Miguel says, hey, Docs, I have no faith in Mick Clownules, but Ziegler is a very smart man. Well, guess what, Miguel? They were a package deal, and Zieg brought his guy in, right? So I understand what you're saying, but this is the thing. If you're going to say that Josh McDaniels isn't that smart, but call Ziegler smart, I don't know. I don't get that. Like, they're a package deal, bro. These guys have been working with each other forever. Like, if you're going to say Zieg is smart, you know, and you hate McDaniels, you got to question Ziegler's intelligence at that point, right? Like, let's just keep it a buck. I mean, if Zieg is so smart, then why he bringing the guy? You know what I'm saying? So look, man, give him another year. Give McDaniels another year. We'll see what happens in year 2. And if he shits the bed again, then I'm definitely jumping on the whole Mick Clownules train with my brother Miguel, man. Facts. Let me see. Cam played in the system before. Facts. Definitely did. In New England 1 year under Josh McDaniels. Edgar says, what would be the ultimate reach at number 7, a.k.a. the Clee pick? Man, that's a good question, Edgar, because, you know, it's funny. I'm starting to see a lot of people, and I know that Hammer's not going to like this, but I'm seeing a lot of people on Twitter and Instagram saying that there's a certain individual in this draft that reminds them of Clelin Ferrell. Tyree Wilson. I'm not saying that it would be a reach. I think that Tyree Wilson is actually better than Clelin Ferrell, but a lot of people are comparing the two. So, you know, I still don't think that Tyree would be a reach, but I'll say this. We're not planning on drafting in the top 10 again for a long time, right? So you go get a top 10 guy, you don't want an offensive lineman. Me personally, you want a star defender, a defensive tackle that can be an all-pro for years, or a corner that could potentially turn into an all-pro at the next level. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think a reach is going after, let's just say their favorite player on their draft board is Paris Johnson at 7, right? And we go get Paris Johnson. To me, that's not necessarily a need right now when you brought back Jermaine Illuminor on a $3 million deal. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be like a Paris Johnson, or it'd be Peter Skronsky out of Northwestern, one of those guys. I think that would be the ultimate reach at 7. I don't agree with everybody saying that Tyree Wilson is Clee. I don't think so. I get a couple plays, you know, where I've seen some footage where, you know, he really didn't set the edge well and kind of bit on a few trick plays and a couple other situations that I've seen on tape, but that guy is not Clee. He'll definitely be way better than Clelin Ferrell at the next level. But I'm gonna say offensive line, or if you don't get one of those top 3 guys, that, you know, the Anthony Richardson, the Bryce Young, or the CJ Stroud, and you just jump out the window when you go take a Will Levis or Hendon Hooker at 7. I think that can be a reach. That can definitely be a reach. Now I'm all for trading back up into the first to go get Hendon Hooker or one of those guys, but yeah. Joe, there really wasn't nothing to talk about, bro. To be honest, it's just a lot of rumors right now circulating that Detroit wants to move on from Jeff Okudah. They have until May 1st to pick up his 5th-year option, which they won't because they upgraded, you know, their DB room drastically in free agency. At this point, he's a rotational piece at best. He's not a starter, and I think they're trying to move on from him. So, you know, we need corner help. So I'm thinking that maybe Zieg and these guys at least make a call to see what it would cost. I'm seeing a lot on Twitter and a lot with beat writers and stuff that Detroit would want a mid-round pick. I'm not going to part ways with a third rounder for Jeff Okudah because he has not balled out and he's had durability issues since he's been in the NFL. But maybe a later round pick, you know what I mean, for him, because that 5th-year option is, I believe, like around $11 million, and I'm not trying to pay that. So, you know, and you're still paying for a first round. He has a first round, you know, deal, a first round contract. So it's still pretty expensive for the likes of a Jeff Okudah. You know what I mean? But it looks as though Detroit is going to be shopping him here soon if they're not already doing it now. Shout out to Byron. Going to Vegas in July. Any Raider place that I should visit? Already did the stadium tour. Byron, go to Well, you got to go hit Allegiant Stadium off the dribble, man. There's a bunch of places in Vegas, though. Go to Stage Door. That is a great small Raider bar. It's kind of like a, kind of reminds me of Oko. It kind of reminds me of Oakland Coliseum. Like you go in there, they got like popcorn and hot dogs and shit, cheap, inexpensive beer. You know what I mean? Everybody in there smoking and drinking and kicking it. Go to Stage Door. I would tell you, if you want a Raider spot, go to Stage Door Casino, man. It's really, really cool little spot. Raider shit all over the place. It reminds us of home, reminds us of Oakland. Also, go to Barcode Burgers. Tell them that we sent you, my brother. Byron, tell them Mount Shieldmore sent you, and our brother Cody will take care of you, bro. Shout out to JT, the $100 million Gruden mistake haunts us for years. This is facts, bro. Facts, man. Well, I agree. I'm not that big on Tyree Wilson. I'm really not. I'm not big on him. I'm not really big on him. I'm not really that big on a lot of these edge rushers. Like Will Anderson, but he'll be gone by the time we draft, so there's no reason to talk about him. Do like Van Ness out of Iowa. Tully out of USC, because I think he'll be more of a D end at the next level. But yeah. Not that really big. There's not too many edge rushers in this draft that I'm really big on. Thoughts on Nolan Smith? I like Nolan Smith, Lewis. I do. I think we stay away from him, though. He's dealt with some durability issues as well. He was hurt last season. That's not really necessarily a need for us at this point. Shout out to .com. Definitely a year subscription, brother. Just hit the 40 on 3/23/23, but still look 30. Let's keep eating right and exercising. Health is wealth, bro. I just left the gym right before I did this live, bro. So salute to you, my brother. Happy birthday as well, belated birthday. Salute to my brother, man. .com. That's my guy right there. Stage Door is lit. Facts. PlanetRaiders.com, y'all. PlanetRaiders.com. Let me see. Big Mike has been dropping some heat over there as of late, man. I believe he dropped an article on Mozzie Smith yesterday out of Michigan. And then today, who was it today? I think it was Hendon Hooker, I believe, right? Hendon Hooker. So go over to Planet Raiders, man, and check out all this stuff that we've been dropping, man. What about Will McDonald? That's another guy that I like. Max, I'm a huge fan of Will McDonald the fourth. Definitely, man. Definitely. I like Will McDonald. Facts. Let me see. Hammer says Jacobs 4-year, $55 million, $45 million guaranteed is fair. Will be his last contract before he retires. I just don't want to pay that kind of money, man, to a running back, bro. I really don't. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but the more and more, this lingers and goes on, man. I know we have a lot of money to play with next season, but I just, man, it's kind of hard, man. Like, I think that this regime wants to keep him under that franchise tag this season and see what they have, see if he can replicate what he did last season and then go from there. I don't think that this regime is planning on extending him at all. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that they want to. I think they want to keep him on the tag and see what we can do with him to see if he can replicate that same success he did last season and then go from there. I really don't think they do. And maybe it's because of, last season drafting, a bunch of running backs and going and getting a few more in free agency. I don't think that they're really big on paying running backs. Byron, go to Larry Flint's. A lot of Raiders in there. Talk that shit. Jimmy G will be in there with his pants down to his ankles with some Timberland boots on and a feather in his hat. Facts. Facts plus tax. Shout out to JT, man. Let me see. Yeah, I seen that. Hammer, I definitely seen that Josh wants to retire at 30. Facts. And when you actually talk to Josh and Hammer, we were talking to him in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium during Pro Bowl. He seems like he wants to do a lot of other stuff outside of football. Don't get me wrong. He has tunnel vision when it comes to football right now. But there's a lot of plans that he has that he wants to do in terms of other businesses and stuff like that. He seems like a guy that knows how long he can play football, how long he can play at a high level, And he also knows he wants to get his bag now so we can do other things. You know what I mean? So Josh is a very bright kid, man. He is a very, very bright dude. Like real talk, talking to him and kind of getting a better understanding of where he is with, we kept asking him, do you want to be here? Do you want to come back? And he kept saying, yes, I want to be here, but it has to make sense. But he did say, this is my town. This is my city. This is my team. He did say he wants to be there, but I definitely think that, 30 to him would probably be that, that cutoff where he's like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Let me see. Shout out to Gates. He said, Graphk, my brother, have you ever thought about doing some film breakdown? I have, man. I have. But you know what, though? I leave that to my guys like Big Mike. I leave that up to my brothers like Andy. I leave it up to Sanjit. You know what I mean? My guys that love to break down tape. If I can't do it at a high level like them, I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I know the game. I know the verbiage of the game. But breaking down tape has never really been, my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna be real, bro. Like Bill, like I have OCD and ADHD like crazy. I don't know if I can sit there the entire time and break down some film. I'll probably be bouncing off the damn walls. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna fall back and let Big Mike, Sanjit, and Andy do their thing, and my boy Carl over at Raider Films as well break down the tape because I just don't have it in me. But my brother, you know what I mean? I got too much shit going on, man. You know what I mean? These guys do it so effortlessly. I would look crazy trying to break down film. Let me see. Jacobs wants too much money and threatens not to play under the tag. Would you trade him to Dallas for 26? I would, but Dallas won it. Well, they need a back. Don't get me wrong, but I think that they just go get Robinson out of Texas at 26. You know what I mean? I think that he's going to be there. You know what I mean? If Philadelphia doesn't take him earlier on in the first round to keep him out of Dallas, I think, they get their running back of the future on a rookie deal. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Dallas learned their lesson. Extending Zeke and doing that, they let him walk. You know what I mean? They also put the franchise tag on Tony Pollard. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that they would want that. I don't think they would want that contract on top of Pollard's. I think they draft a guy. They're going young. Yeah, Big Mike. It definitely takes patience, and I don't have it. Let me see. Yeah, JT. What do you mean? That's easy to say, man. That's easy to say, right? And then boom. You know what I mean? It's time to hit the you know what I mean, to hit the table and talk about these terms and all this good stuff about your extension. And then it's like, yo, I need every dollar I can get. It sounds good, bro. It definitely sounds good. It's always about the money, JT. And if it's not, anybody that can tell you, you know what I mean, when it comes to business, if it's not about money, they're lying to you. They're lying to you, man. They are fucking lying to you, bro. When you play football, you go get the bag. You go get the bag. That's what it's about. Not for long. The NFL, not for long. Everything is about the bag. Every single drop of blood, sweat, and tears is definitely trying to get a Super Bowl, definitely trying to get a championship, but it's about the bag. It's all about the money, man. It's all about the money. When Josh said that, I was like, it sounds good. It sounds good. He's trying to please our fan base and make it look like he's like the darling. You know what I mean? Man, bro, look. He a hustler, man. Josh came from nothing. He need every single cent. You know what I mean? So, and I get it, especially at the running back position. They don't play for too long. Get your bag. Steven, I don't know, man, because, like I said before, I was hearing that we were trying to still look at DBs, potentially some safety help or even a veteran corner to bring in to help, you know what I mean, with the new additions of Duke Shelley and David Long Jr. I was still hearing rumblings that we still wanted to bring Rock Ya-Sin back or potentially Marcus Peters. And then there was some rumblings about us even potentially bringing back Harmon. So I don't know. At this point, look, we might attack, that DB room a little bit more before the draft, but I think we're pretty much going to hold off and see what we do in terms of the draft and then double back once we're done. Shout out to my brother Steven on the donation, man. Let me see. Y'all definitely said, yeah, bro. Nah, we cool. Shout out to my brother Chuck, man. Yeah, we cool, bro. Yeah, we definitely not. Hey, everybody was like, the whole team was like, I don't want to go to Kansas City. You know what I mean? I was the only one that wanted to go. I'm like, let's go. Let's go get behind enemy lines, bro. Let's go get an Airbnb. Let's go out there and shoot the shit. Let's go out there, raid it out. Bro, I was going to go out there like this, y'all. Real shit. I was about to go out there like this. Like, what's up? I was about to go to KC. Like, what's up? What we doing? You know what I mean? I was about to go out there rocking the joint, bro. Like, what's happening? And Wasting the Hammer was like, yeah, we ain't doing that shit, bro. So I guess it is what it is. Let me see. It's hella Raider. No, it definitely is, man, but there ain't nothing to do out there. You know what I mean? I know a lot about Kansas City because, well, first of all, I've been out in that area a few times, but being from Sacramento, the rap world, those are like our country cousins. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot about Kansas City, but there really ain't a lot of shit to do. We would have went out there, hit the draft, got some barbecue, and been like, let's get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Shout out to everybody here in the building, man. Salute. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Let me see. I mean, number one, that don't really mean nothing, though. I mean, you gave his jersey number away. You know what I mean? That don't really mean too much. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can still look. I don't think that he's going to stop what he's doing for a jersey number. If the money hitting, the money hitting. And right now, I'm shocked that a guy that's only 25, 26, I believe, is still looking for a job right now, even though he is coming off of a season where it didn't look too good for him, dealt with injuries and all that good stuff. So, but I don't think a number would stop Rock Ya-Sin from coming back. The only number that matters is the number that's on his contract. Let me see. Shout out to Joe, man. That's what's up, brother. Let me see. Walt says, let's talk about Campbell and Sanders at linebacker. Don't forget about Trenton Simpson at 38. I think we'll get one of those guys. Well, I don't know which one. I'm hoping that it's Drew Sanders. I like Jack Campbell as well. I've never been that huge fan of Trenton Simpson out of Clemson, but I think we do get one of those guys. I think one of those dudes end up being a Raider. You know what I mean? Unless we end up going another route and getting Hentley or one of those other linebackers that are out there. Noah Sewell, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, right here. Barcode Burgers, April 27th through the 29th, 1590 East Flamingo Road, Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're going to be doing a giveaway. Also, you guys, we've already had a bunch of people already go sign up. Blackoutdivision.com. If you guys get a chance to go to blackoutdivision.com, put your email in, and you can be in the running to win 2 tickets to the first home game this season. Also, a free ticket for you and a friend on our party bus to the J-Lot, and a whole bunch of other stuff. You guys go to blackoutdivision.com. Go put your email in to get in the running to win 2 tickets to our first home game this season, man. I want to see one of my guys over here in the chat win this, man. So make sure y'all go over there and put your email in, blackoutdivision.com. It's on the main page. And good luck to y'all, man, that are trying to win those tickets. Let me see. I heard they gave jersey number 4. JT stupid, bro. Yes, man, down. Barcode Burgers. All 3 days. We're partying over there. All 3 days. We got, our brother Mike on the table. You know what I mean? Mixing. We got some music. It's going to be a vibe, man. It's going to be a vibe. 808. No, I believe it's free. You don't have to pay to go in the Barcode. It's a restaurant. You don't have to pay for that. And I believe we're doing $5 Woodson whiskey shots every time we're on the clock as well. So come through and get you some alcohol. You know what I mean? Every time we're on the clock, $5 Woodson whiskey shots. Blackoutdivision.com. Shout out to my brother Hammer. Yeah, man. Hey, David, bro, I love this shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I just been idolizing this shit. You know what I mean? This shit is fire, man. We got a Planet Raiders one on the way as well, and we're doing a Blackout Division one as well. So stay tuned for that. Shout out to my brother LT on the $2 super, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. What do you guys think about this whole Mac Jones situation? There's more talks now. I mean, look, we already have Jimmy G. I'm not saying, we go get Mac Jones to be our starting quarterback. You know what I mean? We just brought in Brian Hoyer, which I think will be quarterback 3. I don't know what their plans are with drafting a rookie. I think we will end up with a rookie quarterback from this class. I don't know what they think of Chase Garbers, our UDFA out of Cal last season. But it looks as though, there's a lot of talk about Bill Belichick being very, very unhappy right now with Mac Jones out there in New England. But it's kind of a mixed bag, right? Today, I believe Albert Breer dropped an article where he stated that, it sounds as though Mac Jones is on the outs in New England. And we talked about this before. A lot of people don't want Mac Jones, and I get it. You know what I mean? He is on a rookie deal. He still has the option of picking up that 5th-year option. Would you give up a mid-round to a mid-round pick for the likes of Mac Jones? If New England called and said, you know what, shoot us a 4th-round pick, we'll shoot you Mac Jones. Would you take Mac Jones? A guy that can back up Jimmy G, already knows the system, and has been to a Pro Bowl and a playoff appearance with Josh McDaniels. Would you do that? He's still young. He's coming off a season where Bailey Zappe, their 4th-round pick, had to come in and overtake, and do the Dougie. They had a defensive coordinator calling the plays in New England, so he struggled mightily last season. But would you give up a mid-round pick for a Mac Jones? A lot of no's, a lot of hell no's, a lot of nopes. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. Shout out to Max. I still have my old Pee Wee football helmet from when I was a kid. We were North Valley Raiders. I'm going to wear it when I go to Vegas and tell McDaniels to put me in, coach. Talk that shit, Max. Shout out to my dog, bro. That's dope. I can't find my Pee Wee Raiders helmet, bro. I'm so mad. I don't know where it went. It had to have got just lost in the shuffle of my aunt's house. Shout out to Max on the $10 donation. Shout out to 808. Thanks, brothers. I will see you at Barcode. We can't wait, my brother. See you soon. His body language during the season was really off and could cause problems in the locker room. Yeah, I mean, it's a low risk, though. It's a low risk, kind of high reward type situation, though, Name. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get it. And he's done some smirkish shit on the field, too, potentially trying to hurt other players, turning their ankles and shit like that. I mean, he looked like a Raider to me when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest with you. I want a quarterback that's feisty and don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, it's a mixed bag with Mac Jones. It's just like you hear good things and you hear bad things. I just don't know really what it is yet at this point with Mac Jones. Let me see. Shout out to my boy Cam, man. I'll meet you guys there at Barcode. Still haven't been there yet since I moved to Vegas. Cam, now we kicked it at we kicked it over at Stage Door. You still haven't been to Barcode? I thought you'd been to Barcode. I could have swore you went to Barcode. If this my dog Cam that I'm thinking about that I kicked it with at Stage Door, I thought you went to Barcode. Walt says Buffalo wants replacement for Edmund. Tremaine Edmonds. Can see the Raiders trading up from 38 for Hooker, 2/5 to Buffalo, 28. Buffalo will have a linebacker at 30. I can definitely see that. Okay, Cam. Okay. Got you. Man, they don't know nothing about that Northern Cali shit, bro. My man's be out there looking real smirkish, man. Let me see. Shout out to El Matic. Yes, on Mac. You can never have enough healthy QBs who know your system with game experience. See, me personally, El Matic, I'd be cool with going to get Mac Jones. A guy that's already been to a Pro Bowl, already been to the playoffs with our head coach. I would rather go get him. He's still young with a mid-round pick than use one on a guy coming out this draft. But, everybody in here said no, so I'm going to fall back. But me personally, I would love to go get Mac Jones if you can get him for a 3rd or 4th round pick. He's more proven than any of these guys coming out this draft. Jamar says yes on Mac as well. Okay. Shout out to my brother LV Maximus in the building, man. Can't wait to see you, brother. JT says getting Jones as a mid-round. A no-brainer for a mid-round pick. People giving too much shit. That's an uninjured guy who's a solid backup. There you go. There you go. There you go. Shout out to my sister in the building too. Love you, sis. Hey, I'll be in Atlanta soon. I'll be out there the first week of June. I'll be out there in Atlanta, and I'll probably be out there for about a month and a half. We're spending the summer in Atlanta, so I'll see you soon. Shout out to Primos in the building. Shout out to John Beck. Yeah, this is facts. No business calling the plays last year. You had a defensive coordinator calling you O. It's crazy, man. Kane Town, shout out to my brother, man. Planet Raiders is in the building. Let me say this. Do I think anything's going to happen in the next 2.5 weeks? No. But I wouldn't be shocked if we made a small, you know what I mean, just a minuscule pickup. You know what I'm saying? Like if we brought back Harmon before the draft or something like that, it wouldn't shock me. But if we do make if we do make a move before the draft, it's going to be very, very small. It's not going to be anything crazy. It'll probably be a rotational guy. You know what I mean? I don't think we're going to make a splash move before the draft. Let me see. Shout out to Rick in the building. My dog. Ant-Man, pull up on us. Yo, man, it's my dream to meet the entire Mount Shillmore. I guess I got to make a call to make a wish for my wish to be granted. Just pull up to Vegas, bro. Pull up to Vegas, man. Pull up to Vegas. And I'll be out there a lot during the season doing the blackout parties. So, bro, there's plenty of time, man, to pull up to Vegas and come rock with us, man. Shout out to my brother, man, Anthony Estrada, man. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building. Yeah, man. Vinny, if all you got to do is give up a 4th or a 5th for a former first-round quarterback that's been to a Pro Bowl and a playoff, come on, man. To me, there's really nothing to think about. Now, I just don't know how serious this talk is with New England trying to move on from Mac Jones. I'm going to be real. And you guys know, whoever's been following this channel for the last few years knows I was very, very high on Bailey Zappa last year. So when New England went and drafted him in the 4th, I was like, wow, I think that they may have just went and got Mac Jones' replacement. Real talk. Because I do believe Mac Jones was a huge, a Josh McDaniels guy, if anything. You know what I mean? Josh McDaniels probably had a huge hand in going to get Mac Jones when he was in New England. So, when he moved on, I think that New England found a perfect time to go draft potentially a replacement. But, New England always does this. They do this, year in and year out. They always get another quarterback to develop, but they no longer have a Josh McDaniels around. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But I'm still high on Bailey Zappa, and I think that that's going to be the future in New England. And I am buying the hype of them wanting to move on from Mac Jones. Okay, you convinced me for a 3rd or 4th. That would be a steal. I'm telling you, bro. Name. Telling you, brother. Oh, shit. Yep. Corey Trice. We talked about him a lot, Walt. We talked about him a lot out of Purdue. We spoke about him a lot early on before, during the early processes of us doing like mock drafts and stuff. We actually talked about him a lot too with Stu. Purdue corner. He's actually really starting to gain a lot of steam going up a lot of people's draft boards at this point. Facts. Big corner. Can definitely see him making some noise at the next level. Facts. I heard the locker room is souring on Mac and would rather have Zappa started. I'm trying to tell you, Big Mike. They don't want to hear me, though, Big Mike. King Josh, because it was an inexpensive situation. You know what I mean? It was inexpensive to bring him in. He's the clear-cut bridge guy, right? The clear-cut bridge guy. And if Josh McDaniels truly believes in Mac Jones and thinks that could be his future quarterback, then you have your bridge guy and you have your future right there in one offseason. You know what I mean? I don't know what Josh thinks about these other quarterbacks. Me personally, I don't know what he thinks about those guys in the later rounds, the Stinson Bennett's, the Aiden O'Connells. I don't know how he feels about these dudes. I know that they're high on Bryce Young. I know that they're high on CJ Stroud. I'm not buying the smoke about Anthony Richardson. I don't think he's high on him at all. I think that's all smoke with Anthony Richardson, but I could be wrong. We may draft him and then shit, I don't know. But he said this, you guys. We have to listen to these guys when they talk sometimes. Yeah, Josh McDaniels says a lot of bullshit, but one thing that him and Z continue to push is system, system, system. If you don't like the system, you can go. If you don't want to plug into the system, you can go. If you don't want to buy into the system, you can go. It's system, system, system. And Mac Jones was proven, you know what I mean, to get it done 1 year. And don't mind you, Mac Jones didn't have great statistics, you guys. I'm not acting like Mac Jones broke the mold his rookie year, you know what I mean? But he did go to the Pro Bowls and he did go, you know, to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He had a stout defense. He had a really good, play caller in Josh McDaniels as an OC. But, you know, I just think it'd personally be a good move. I think it'd be a good move. Yeah, Carl, facts. He's definitely there in those later rounds. But I think that Corey Trice ends up being a guy that goes in the middle rounds. I think he'll be like a third, maybe end of the third, early fourth round pick. I don't buy into a lot of these mock drafts that have him available in the 6th or 7th round. I don't see that. I think that Corey Trice, the measurables, you know what I mean? I think that someone's going to buy into that. That could be a guy that could potentially be that sneaky, like Tariq Woolen kind of player next season. I'm not saying he's as quick as Tariq Woolen because not a lot of people are. I'm just saying a sneaky name that not a lot of people knew before this process. But he is starting to pick up steam. You know what I mean? I can see him being a mid-round guy. But if he's available in the 5th, 6th, 7th, man, go get him. Go get him. Let me see. Mac Jones won't be moved unless Belichick wants to move him at the trade deadline to the Raiders if they don't get a quarterback in the draft. And I think we get one, Walt. I do. I'm just saying if it was true that they're trying to move on, I would definitely make that call and shoot him a 4th round pick for Mac Jones. I would definitely do that. Definitely. Let me see. Oh, Troy, we're not giving up a first for Mac Jones. There's no way. There's no way in hell. You don't give up a 1st round pick for him. No, I'm not giving up anything more than that 100th pick in the 3rd round for Mac Jones. That's the most I would give up if they want to move on from Mac Jones. And, you know, Josh and Bill are like this. So, you know, I think they'll work with each other on that. You know, I mean, it's been proven this offseason and last offseason that these guys like their guys and they're going to go get their guys. So I can definitely see them working together if he does want to move on from Mac Jones and sending him to Las Vegas. Let me see. Shout out to Rick. That's dope, bro. Salute to you, Rick. Shout out to my boy Raven Riley as well, man. Ronald Wilson says Mekhi Gardner. Okay. I like Mekhi Gardner out of LSU. Corey Trice, Purdue boy, and then JL Skinner. Okay, out of Boise State. 3 guys, bro, that stock is rising. It's rising. Well, you know what? I got to hold off on the Mekhi Gardner talk. I haven't really heard too much about him skyrocketing up boards, but JL Skinner, I'm hearing his name a lot right now, and I'm definitely starting to hear Corey Trice's name out of Purdue a lot more. JT, some Mac facts. He's only 24 due to 6'3", 220 and durable. Smart, Pro Bowler, had huge Brady shoes to fill, playoff experience, rookie contract for a mid-round. F yes. And you still have the option of picking up that 5th-year option, JT. So you could potentially have Mac Jones on a 3-year deal. I think he has 2 years left on his contract, and then you could still pick up that 5th year because he's a former 1st rounder. So could you imagine giving up a 3rd round pick and having control of Mac Jones for 3 seasons? That'd be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal. Maul, you really are high on DTR, right? I mean, I like DTR. I think the mobility is there. I think he needs to get better in the passing game. You know what I'm saying? But DTR to UCLA, okay. I've taken him in a lot of mock drafts. I can definitely see it. I just don't know if he fits the mold of what Josh McDaniels is trying to do in Las Vegas. You feel me, my brother? I just don't know. Shout out to Maul, though. LV, I would love to come out of this draft with Jack Campbell and Mozzie Smith. That would be phenomenal. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. And here comes Wasted with the daily negativity. No way the Raiders trade for him. Shout out to James, my dog. Docs, what's your presence? Draft a corner or get Okudah? Draft. I don't want to trade for Okudah. I don't want to pay him for durability reasons. I don't want to pay him for statistically. I don't want him. And also, you know, that 5th-year option is pretty deadly at like $11 million. It's like north of $11 million for that 5th-year option. So I don't want Jeff Okudah. Me personally, no. We've died on that hill numerous times with Ohio State DBs. It just never worked. You know what I mean? I am cool. Gary and Conley, you know what I mean? Damon Arnett, no. I'm cool. Let me see. Well, Mozzie Smith is a guy that can stop the run and he can get to the quarterback. Don't always let the stats fool you, bro. Like Mozzie's a dog, bro. He got a motor on him. Go check out the article that Big Mike just dropped on Planet Raiders yesterday. Yeah, Beck, Okudah's done nothing. Too much talent, Norman. This is facts in this draft at the cornerback spot. Facts. I've come on to rain on everyone's parade. Shout out to my brother Wasted. Facts. You ain't shit, bro. This shit crazy, man. Them tickets to the Kings game is crazy. Name, I would love to have Christian Gonzalez. Look, him, Spoon. Look, I like all these guys. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of corners in this draft that I would love to be Raiders. Emmanuel Forbes. I love Joey Porter. A lot of people are not really high on him. That was my favorite corner, really, coming into this draft process was Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State. You know what I mean? Then I really started breaking down more tape on Emmanuel Forbes. Really got sold on him. But I would not be mad about Christian Gonzalez or Spoon at 7. In a perfect world, though, you trade back and you still maybe get one of them in the middle of the first. Shout out to James. Don't it seem like every Ohio State corner is overhyped? Yeah. You know what, James? I can't even say just corners, bro. Like a lot of those Ohio State guys, period. The quarterback position, the cornerback position. It feels like they have, you know, outside of a few O-linemen and running backs, Ohio State has always had some phenomenal running backs come out the O, you know what I mean? But you know, a lot of those Ohio State guys don't translate to the next level, especially the DB room and the QBs. Let me see. Yeah, bro, I like Brent's too, and I do like Brent's at a K State. Karras is two-headed monster. Jacobs and Anthony Richardson. Talk that shit. Okay. What happened? David, he said, good Lord, Graphk. Check out Sims' edge rankings. Wow, major trolling. What it look like? Shout out to Who Dat, my dog, man, out there in New Orleans. I like Riley Moss too. The white corner. Iowa's a dog. Seahorn 2.0. I like him. I can see him being a 4th, 5th round guy. Who Dat? Facts. I'm just being honest, my brother. Look, I'm not a Michigan fan. I'm not an Ohio State fan. So I don't really have no horse in that race. You know what I mean? So I don't have no problem with either one of those schools, but I'm stating the facts from what I've seen. Those DBs really don't translate. Well, Marshawn Lattimore. Got to go Marshawn Lattimore, right? Lattimore came into the NFL and was dog walking shit. But you know what I mean? I'm just stating the facts, bro. Not too sure on Ringo. Yeah, I wasn't too big on the whole Kelly Ringo talk either, James. But I'm gonna be honest, man. The more I start watching this tape, the more I see the feistiness in this game. That dude's a dog, bro. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad if we ended up getting say we got a DT in the first round and then we ended up getting Kelly Ringo in the second round. I wouldn't be upset about that. I definitely wouldn't. Would not be mad about that. Notre Dame, facts. Talk that shit, LV. Talk that shit, Davidson. Wait, he had Will Anderson as the 5th ranked edge? Nah, hold on, y'all. I got to look this up real quick. There's no way. Chris Sims, edge. There's no way. There is no way. Okay, so I just see the YouTube. Hold on. Okay, I'm trying to see where's the list at. So number 5, is it Nick Bonito out of Oklahoma? Number 4. Wait, that's last year. This is last year. Somebody send me that list. Where is it? Where is it? Raider Vic, I got a new intro on the way. Trust me. I got a whole new intro on the way. Whole new intro. I got a Coffee and Convo intro. I got an intro for, Shieldmore is always going to be Shieldmore. I got a new intro for me and Wasted Show. We got a bunch of stuff on the way. Shout out to my brother Money Yale. He was out here yesterday. Spent some time kicking it with us. I got a bunch of new stuff on the way. Okay, on Twitter. Okay, let me go look. Chris Sims. Let me see. I got to see this shit. He has Will. Okay. Top QB prospects: CJ Stroud 1, Bryce Young 2, Hendon Hooker 3, Anthony Richardson, DTR, Will Levis. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Okay, so he has Tyree Wilson is the number 1 edge rusher. Lucas Van Ness, number 2. Okay, I'm not mad at Lucas Van Ness. Nolan Smith 3, 4, Will McDonald, and 5. Yo, Will Anderson Jr. Holy shit. All right. Okay. Say less. These guys do a lot of that shit though on purpose, y'all. Like they do a lot of that shit to try and go viral and have people share it. A lot of these guys don't even believe half of the takes that they put out there into the universe. You know what I mean? Anybody that thinks that Will Anderson is the 5th best edge rusher in this draft is insane. It's insane. Look, I get if you want to have, Tyree Wilson as your first, that's cool. I don't have any problem with that. I have a problem with Lucas Van Ness being that too. But, and I love Will McDonald the 4th as well, but you got Nolan Smith and Will McDonald over Will Anderson. All right. That boy on one. That shit crazy. But yeah, man. Salute to everybody here in the building. I got to go pick up my sons from school. Shit, I'm already running late. Salute to you guys. Like I said, it's been slow as of late. So we're not just trying to push content out just to push content out. We're trying to do some, come up with some innovative, some more, some more shows that are creative and things that a lot of people aren't doing out there. We got some stuff on the way, you guys. Stay tuned for that. We would definitely be dropping more stuff, but I'm going to get out of here. Vegas in 2.5 weeks, you guys. Barcode Burgers. We're covering the draft all 3 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Me and Shieldmore will be in the building. You can come out there and meet Cody, meet TQ, meet a bunch of our people out there. We're gonna be covering the draft from Las Vegas, Nevada. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie, y'all. So if you guys get a chance to pull up on us, I'll see y'all soon, and I'll try and put some other things together here shortly to go live and drop some more content. Until then, PlanetRaiders.com, PlanetRaiders.com, PlanetRaiders.com. Salute to everybody here in the building. OakLosVegas.com for the drip. And as always, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm outro. Wipe them feet on the way out. Hit that sub button. 1.